Right. Let's get the show on the road. It's Christmas time, and this is Torn Tuesday, your weekly dose of all things Lord of the Rings. And I am joined by Santa's helper himself, Mr. Clifford Broadway.
I I have to say that I'm uh I'm a little bit befuddled and a little bit like
Bemused?
crazy. Well, no, befuddled, bewildered, and bewitched, like an old Cole Porter song. I don't know, but I have to work as Santa Claus tomorrow, and I'm getting ready. I also work as Santa Claus on Christmas Day. I will be at the Beverly Hills Hotel in person in the lobby of this extraordinary historic place in Los Angeles in Beverly Hills. So come and join me and say hi to Santa Claus. I'm getting ready, my mustache and my beard and my makeup and my spirit gum and my boots and my giant Santa belt and all these various things that I have ready to go. So yes, Christmas is upon us, and as the hobbits of the Shire would celebrate, it is called Yule. I wish you all a very happy Yuletide. Welcome to Torn Tuesday. This is the OneRing.net. We are the world's biggest and longest lasting web portal for all the fans of J.R.R. Tolkien. And right there, that's Justin Sewell. He's co hosting and producing. We've got some amazing stories to tell you, and a little bit of news, and maybe some gossip. But what a great holiday experience it is to share this Christmas with you, good sir. It's great to see you.
Thank you. Yes. And we're so happy that Christmas Eve and Christmas Day are not on a torn Tuesday. And we're still here because you're here.
Yes.
And we're so glad that everybody is watching. I see people in
Yes.
the Facebook chat, in the YouTube chat, in the Twitch chat. It's wonderful to see our regulars, Lastwin and Vixen and everybody else. There's Susan.
Oh,
Just great,
look,
great to see
everyone's
you
in the chat.
guys.
What a great community of people. And I mean, I keep saying this, and forgive the redundancy, but Justin, aren't we blessed? We take a look at all the
I
blessings we
mean,
receive
I'm blessed.
at, at this time of year. Really, I am blessed, and you are blessed because everybody's coming to join us from the Discord server, from YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, streaming from the Bookface and on the boob tube, the YouTube. Hey, tube you. Tube me. How about tube you? We're all here, wonderful people. And there it is. I knew he was going to show us that. He he's going to get ready and show us this really cool Bilbo Baggins thing that he got. He's going to do a little unboxing for us. And yes, hello everyone in
You
the chat. It is
you're
so
spoiling the
wonderful to have you.
goodness. Well, folks, we've got
I would never do that.
we've got some
I'm
huge new.
Santa.
Yeah, we got some exclusive stuff to show you. We've got some new, really strong rumors about Rings of Power season 3. We're not ending the year with a whimper. We've got a bang for you to go into the Christmas and chat it up with all your friends and family. But we've got some awesome news that made everyone really excited this last week or two. And let's bring it up on screen. Yes, the Lord of the Rings turns 25 next year, and next
Yeah.
year is in 1 week.
Yep. Next year is in 1 week. But if we're looking at the exact date, it would be late December in 2026 when the
Well, that's
actual
that's just a
anniversary date is.
technicality. So
Oh,
that
of
that
course. Of
so
course.
our friends at Fathom Events have decided to kick off 2026 correctly, and what
Oh,
better
good.
way to
Very
celebrate
good.
an entire year of the 25th anniversary of Lord of the Rings than with a series of trilogy screenings in theaters. That's right. We are on fathomevents.com's website right here. You can see it on the website, and you can see Fellowship got the 25 logo treatment because it is the 25th anniversary of the Fellowship of the Ring. Cliff, tell people how the movies were originally released 25 years ago.
There was, well, there was some advanced screenings for press and industry people, but then it was a Christmas release that came out usually on the 21st or the 22nd, just a few days before Christmas Eve. And it was always a late December release audiences were crazy. The
Yeah, but
second
what
and
was the
third
cadence?
year,
Did these come out every week or every 6 months? Like what was the release cadence? Just broad strokes.
well, every Christmas, every year. So you'd get
For
to see
three
one
for
film
three for 3 years.
and then wait another year and then see the second film and then wait another year. So yeah, there were literally people standing up in the Fellowship of the Ring saying, "That's it." Because they had no idea it was split into 3 films. There were some people who really were caught off guard by that. They were like, "What? I have to wait." And I heard people in the audience saying, "Yes, we got to wait till next year." And I heard some lady going, "Oh my God, they can't do that to us." So there was this energy in the air of, "You're going to make us wait a whole nother year?" And it was a distinct feeling. And we knew that it was going to be that way. And we kind of prepared ourselves mentally and emotionally to be ready for one year of gossip and excitement and talking about what's happening and speculating what things Peter Jackson might change. And then a year later, he would either prove us right or prove us wrong. But it was a
And when
1 year
did the
interval.
extended editions come out? Because weren't those every year as well?
Yeah, they did. But, they actually came out into the home video market on DVD about 8 or 9 months into the year. So sometime in September, there would be sales, high volume of sales, with people getting really excited in the late summer that September would come around and they'd be able to get those extended editions. And boy, that was the talk of the town. And it was a very smart move on behalf of the studio. New Line Home Video made the smartest decision possible to maximize interest and to extend that relationship with the fans who got more into it and got more engaged with it at the home video re-release. And it was just a couple of months ahead of the next film being released. That's how it went.
That's right. So every year we got a new Lord of the Rings, but not this year with Middle Earth's re-release 25th anniversary. You can see the schedule at the bottom of the screen there. Fellowship of the Ring is out on January 16th. The Two Towers the next day, and The Return of the King the next day. Yes, they are all the
Wow.
extended editions. Yes, they are all the
Wow.
remastered 4K. And I do believe we have heard whispers that D-Box and 4DX will also be re-releasing these theaters in the big shaky seats and full environmental experience. Again, I'll wait
Oh, that's
until we
so
get
fun.
confirmation on that because, and maybe next week or the week after we can revisit our video that Cliff and I got to shoot inside a 4DX theater, which was incredible. So,
Boy, was that something. That was really something. I loved
you can
it.
get tickets. In fact, Jeannie in the chat room says she's already got her tickets. You can get tickets for the entire trilogy. It's on 3 movies over 3 nights, and then a second date the following week. So that's right, January
On the
16th.
following weekend. So that would be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the 16th, 17th, and 18th of January, or the next weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 23rd, 24th, and 25th of January, which leads right up to my birthday being on January 27th. Hey,
Well, that's
shout out to
not an
Clifford.
official date. So
That's an official date for me. Who are you talking to?
well,
That's
I'm talking
my official
about
date.
the movies. So, folks,
Of
you
course.
can get your tickets, but here we are in the Christmas spirit today, Cliff.
Oh, are we now? Does that mean it's time for us to give
So,
Christmas presents to people?
our
We're gonna
friend,
give Christmas presents right now. I'm so
that's it.
excited.
Yeah, this is a Christmas present ticket giveaway. We've got so many gifts. We got gifts of information, gifts of leaks. We got gifts coming to us in the mail, and we'll get to that in a second. But here we're starting off the show for gifts with you, and our friends at Fathom Events have given us several pairs of tickets to go see the trilogy of movies, and we're gonna give them away
That's fabulous.
right now. So listen,
It's
where
time to give them
is-
away.
where is my lower third? Nope.
The Horse and the Rider.
Where is my
the Horse
lower
and the
third?
Rider?
All right, I'm going to have to. I'm going to put the phone number on the lower third. It is 530-64 Frodo. That's really our phone number. 530.
530-64 FRODO. And when you dial 530-64 FRODO, which means for Frodo,
For Frodo.
you will dial right in through Google phone number right to us.
That's right. So I'm putting that right there. That's how you spell out for Frodo, 643-7636. That goes to the Torn hotline right here. Text me. I don't want any phone calls interrupting our show here. I want you to text me the answer to this first trivia question. This is the first of several we're going to give away. We're going to give away a pair of tickets, not just you. Well, if it's just you, we'll just give you one. But up for grabs is a pair of tickets so you can bring your friends, your family, your boffins, your bagginses, and brace
Yes,
girdles.
that sounds great.
Everybody, anybody else you want. So, for a set of tickets, I want you to text the hotline, and I'm going to choose. You know what? Whoever texts the right answer first will get them. And maybe we'll do it different where I'll just randomly choose from all the anonymous numbers, because I don't see your names. All I see is phone numbers. So you're all anonymous to me. So I will text you back if you win. I will text you back if you win, and then we'll sort out the details later. So,
okay.
First question to win some tickets to the trilogy screenings, January 16th or 23rd. That's a short month away, a few weeks away.
Yes, indeed.
What was added to the Fellowship of the Ring theatricals release a month later that got people to go back to the theater to watch it again? Let me be clear. What footage was added to the Fellowship of the Ring in 2001 that people went back to the theater to watch the whole movie again and see some footage? I want you to text me at the number below what footage was added to the theatrical release in 2001 of Fellowship of the Ring. I'm sorry, Gen Z, you might not know what I'm talking about. This might be for
you had to be there. This had to be for the people who lived it and experienced it 25 years ago. So, Pepperidge Farm remembers. So that's the joke. We're going to go back in time. You guys, are you getting text now? Are you getting answers now?
Maybe I should open my my text app.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Let's see who's giving us responses.
Let's see here. Oh, that is a good question. That is a good answer, and it is wrong.
Uh-oh. Someone sent you a wrong answer.
Yeah,
okay.
Cliff, the first wrong answer. I'm sorry, you won't win. I don't know who this anonymous person is, but Cliff, the first answer was the extra footage added to Fellowship of the Ring post-release that encouraged fans to go back into theaters to see it. They say it was footage of Bilbo writing in his journal.
Good answer, but that is not correct.
That was added in the extended editions on DVD later in the year. I'm talking about the footage that was added to the theatrical screenings in 2001. That's a good answer.
Oh my God, poor Erovandi says, I was in 3rd grade 25 years ago, and I had no clue what LOTR was even about. Oh my God, Erovandi, were we ever that young? Were we?
Hey, Dave Gentry is in the chat room on Facebook. Hey, Dave, it's been a long time. We haven't seen you. We're giving away tickets to the United States theatrical re-release of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. We're giving them away right now with our first trivia question. People are texting the chat, texting the hotline.
Did you get a correct answer
here's
yet?
another wrong answer. I am so sorry, folks. Here's another wrong answer.
Oh my goodness.
The second wrong answer is it was extra footage of Ryder. Maybe they meant Strider.
Strider? extra footage of Strider? Nope, there's
That's
no extra footage
no.
of
I
Strider
mean,
or Ryder.
technically, it is extra footage
No.
of Strider, but
What?
that's not the answer we were going for. All right. Oh,
Oh,
we got it. All right. A beautiful 310 number. So you are here in SoCal.
oh,
I'm
well,
gonna text.
might be.
I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna text you after the show. But we have a winner here. Um,
The first winner, and it came in what, 6 minutes after you asked the question?
it was third answer on the hotline.
Oh,
And
okay.
this is correct. Cliff, do you want to tell them what the answer is?
Yes, I'd be glad to. All right, ladies and gentlemen, to get theater goers back into the theater, and that is what the business was all about back then, to get people to buy another ticket and go back to see Fellowship of the Ring again. What they added was something at the end of the credits, which was a special preview of the upcoming Two Towers, which was going to be released a year later. And that's the answer. There was the very first ever exclusive sneak peek that was added onto modified prints. And we're talking not digital, but prints, modified prints. And New Line Cinema spent a bunch of money to make new prints of Fellowship of the Ring, 35 millimeter, and people went back and saw what? Fellowship of the Ring, end credits, stay in your seats, ladies and gentlemen. And there they were. They were treated to the very first completely edited and beautiful shots from the Two Towers, and it blew everyone away. Everyone freaked out. So that is the answer. There you go.
That's the answer, and that is the correct answer. I will
Yes.
be texting this number back at the end of the show to get your details,
All
and we'll
right.
be giving it
Very
away.
good. Hey, Green Dragon is here with us in the chat, in the YouTube chat. It's lovely to have you here with us, Green Dragon. Now, that was a very good trivia question. And it is, of course, perhaps separated by a generation of people because the kids who were watching it much, much, much later on home video maybe would not have known that. So you had to have been there. You know, like that wonderful Peter Sellers movie, Being There. You had to be there. And yes, indeed, we are about to give away another. Are we going to give away another pair of tickets,
Let's do it. Let's
Justin?
give away another pair of tickets.
Okay.
I don't know if this is going to be
Are these going to be
easy
tickets for the
or hard.
Two Towers, or are they more Fellowship
No,
tickets?
I think it's tickets for the whole trilogy. I
Oh,
think
wonderful. Okay.
I think it's a whole trilogy ticket. In the
Okay.
If Green Dragon's in the chat room, give us a thumbs up if it's just one of the movies or you're winning tickets to see all three movies. I guess I should have clarified that. Okay. All right, let's go for our next question. We are winning tickets. Again, let's bring it up here.
Last
We're
one.
winning tickets.
Hold on. Last one was down in Australia. Last one. This is very interesting. And I want to talk about this for one quick second.
Okay.
Last one in the chat says, I honestly can't remember if they did that with the Aussie screenings. Now, Justin, is it possible that New Line Cinema only did that in Canada, North America territory? Maybe they didn't add that extra Two Tower stuff to other releases in other territories. I'm not sure. But
I don't
that's
know. We've got
interesting.
other staffers. I think last one's going to have to DM Demosthenes and get a confirmation on that. It is the whole trilogy indeed. Yeah, you are winning tickets to see all three movies, not just one, all three
Fabulous.
movies. That's right.
Fabulous.
January 16th, 17th, and 18th, or 23rd, 24th, and 25th. We'll send you all
That's
the details.
fabulous.
All right. So our second question, again, we're giving away tickets in the U.S. only. I'm sorry to our global friends here. In the U.S. only to all three movies, extended editions in theaters, thanks to Fathom Events. Okay. The next question is, we expect that almost everybody here has watched the appendices and is well versed in the behind the scenes of
Indeed.
Lord of the Rings. The next question is, it's one of the most famous prologues of all time, and you hear a wonderful voice break the darkness of a black screen as the logo of The Lord of the Rings fades in and out of memory. I want to know
Mm-hmm.
not who is the voice of what's in the movie. I want to know what Peter Jackson originally envisioned and originally recorded. Who is the original narrator of the prologue of Fellowship of the Ring? Who originally voiced the prologue, the very first thing you see in Lord of the Rings?
Well, Katie in the chat says, "Oh, I just used this on my trivia." Well, then, Katie, you probably know. You probably know. Oh my goodness, that's
Um,
so fabulous.
so again, if you want to win tickets to Lord of the Rings, you want to text the hotline at 530-643-7636. That's 530-64 Frodo. That's right. My phone number is really for Frodo. That's really my number. All right, we're getting text messages here. The original voice of the prologue is
Do you have
not
the answer?
we're getting lots of answers, and they're all correct, Cliff. Um,
Okay, yeah, everybody knew this. People knew this one real fast. Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, everybody. It is not Robin Glace. It is not Treebeard. That's a good answer. Um,
Oh,
but
yeah.
the
Yeah.
answer, yes, is Ian McKellen. Gandalf
Yep.
was
That's right.
originally narrating the prologue, and it was
Yep.
late. Late is the hour in which Peter Jackson changed it to
He changed his
Galadriel.
mind. Yep. And then what did they do? They brought Kate Blanchett into the ADR. And there she was in the studio talking to Peter saying, what am I going to do here?" And Peter, and you know who David Sallow is? David Sallow helped create and confirm the foreign language translations into Dwarvish and Elvish that was used through all of the 6 Middle-earth films. So David Sallow got to sit there with Kate Blanchett and teach her some Sindarin. So she did the Sindarin and the English version, and she recorded it all in ADR.
That's right. Cliff, uh, should we do one more and then save the next few for later in the show?
Yes. Yes. Yes, I agree. We should.
All right. What's a good question? Cliff, you're gonna have to help me with this because I don't have it in front of me. So I
Okay.
I hope you can find the answer.
I
Um,
can.
and maybe you can text me the answer. All right, folks, for our next set. And is Green Dragon still here? Are we do people get one ticket or one pair of tickets to all 3 movies? Man, I have so many questions. I did not come prepared. I should have asked all these questions. So, all right, folks, you want to text the hotline 530-643-7636. Don't post the answer in the chat. All right. If you want to win
Okay.
tickets,
Or to answer your question, Orion's Angel, who narrated the opening of the Bakshi version? That would have been Gandalf. That was Gandalf who did the opening of the Ralph Bakshi. And you know what? They do have a very similar prologue. Peter Jackson and Ralph Bakshi have a lot of things in common, and one of them is really sinking their teeth into a prologue to give that big expositional, information dump right at the front of the film. So yeah, that is correct. It was Gandalf
pair
for
of
Ralph
tickets. All
Bakshi's
right.
film.
A pair of tickets, so 2 tickets to 3 movies. That's my math. To go
That's
see
6
the
tickets.
Lord of the Rings. This is our 3rd pair of tickets. We're going to give away right now. Again, U.S. theaters only. I believe it's Regal, AMC, Cinemark. Here we go. Lord of the Rings 25 coming out January 16th for your free pair of tickets. Since we are watching the extended editions in theaters,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to know, Cliff. I'm changing
Mm-hmm.
the question. I'm changing the question, but
I
might
have a good
might be
question ready. I have a
this-
very good question ready. But what do you got? You got a different one? What do you
Save
got?
that for the next the batch later in the show. All right. The question
Okay.
again. Text the hotline right now, folks. Text the answer. I want to know. since we're watching the extended editions in theaters, what was the free gift that you got if you sent in the barcode from buying the 3 extended editions on DVD?
Yes.
What was the free gift that they sent to you in the mail after you had bought 3 extended edition movies over 3 years' time? You had to save the barcodes. You had to cut the barcodes off, which was a little crazy, and you had to send it in for a free gift. I want you to text
Yes.
the hotline with what that free gift was. Cliff, without saying it, do you remember what it was?
No, I'm afraid I don't. You've caught me. I do not remember distinctly because, I wasn't willing to mutilate my boxes of. I mean, to me, that was like mutilation of a collectible. I'm not going to cut all the UPC codes off the back of my Blu-rays and DVDs. But, oh, wait, now I do remember. I do remember now because I can see that Justin has it in his sticky paws. Total sticky paws. You know
All
what?
right, we're getting
That's
text
what they
messages.
promised to send you, but I wasn't willing to do it because I didn't want to mutilate my boxes.
We're getting text messages here. The first couple answers were: was it a trilogy poster? Was it a poster? Cliff, is that correct?
A poster? No, that is not correct.
That is not correct.
Sorry, it is not correct.
All right, we've got another answer. Cliff, is this correct? You got sent a replica of the One Ring.
Incorrect, but it's a very good guess. I like the way you think, but that is not correct.
I do like the way you think.
Yes, I do. I love that idea. But
Julia, just got your text messages. I'm afraid that you aren't first. We're going to give it to the first person that did text. And again, I'll text you guys after the show.
Okay, yes. The
but
first person with the correct answer, as always, the early bird will get this worm, these wonderful tickets from Fathom events. That's it. Show the folks at home, Justin.
Cliff, this is what everybody got for free if you sent in your UPC codes. This was the free gift. This is the empty box for your trilogy of DVDs.
Yep.
That's right.
The empty box for your trilogy of all of your extended DVDs. How funny is that?
Here it is, the beautiful Lord of the Rings slipcase box. That's right. We got a couple people that got it right and a few people that got it wrong. This was the free gift. You got a big empty box to put your DVDs in. Look at this, Cliff. We're putting the DVDs in and they just fit perfectly. Number
they
one.
Fit perfectly for
number
volume 1.
And
that's volume 3, by the way.
All right,
you put them in the wrong order.
2, 3, whatever. So it fit perfectly.
But there they
so
are.
This was the
yes,
congratulations.
That's really funny. They sent you a free empty box. That's what they sent you, a free empty box. How delightful! After all the money I spent on those DVDs, yeah, that's what I get. A nice. Oh, and Zap Verisepa makes the ultimate Rings of Power joke. Not a mystery box. Well
Imran
done,
in the chat room, who's a
That's
regular, says, never heard of that.
Power.
Cliff, I feel like we're really old, like we're giving away trivia that, that most people don't know about. Well, all right, we're going to give a few more pairs of tickets to the trilogy screen. We want to thank our friends at Fathom Events for making that possible, and we're going to hook you guys up. So look for my text after the show, but we'll give away a couple more. Keep with the show, and I'm sorry if you guys are watching tomorrow, but we encourage people to watch live.
Hey, that's the whole thing. We are a live show. You know what? My OCD is also telling me, Justin, please put your movies in the right order in your box, please. Show us all at home.
Here we go.
Show everyone at home.
This is
because it makes us all feel better.
So
there you go.
Fellowship of the Ring.
Oh, good gravy. Yay, you did it. We're happy now.
All right, there we go. All right.
We're all happy now. Thank
Cliff,
you. That really is very satisfying, isn't it?
I think you got one of these surprise gifts. Speaking of empty boxes.
No, I did not get one of these beautiful surprise gifts.
No. Well,
No, I
no, I
didn't.
feel awkward. Okay.
No, don't. It's okay. Maybe it's actually in the mailroom downstairs and I didn't see it. So maybe.
Well, how did you
You know
know about
what?
how did you know about this? How did you spoil it?
Chris Northrup and his Facebook
Ah,
posts.
jeez. All right, all right, all right, all right, all
Okay,
right, all
you know
right.
what? You show everybody at home.
Let me
I'm going to
talk
run
through this.
downstairs and see if mine is in the foyer. I'll
Okay,
be right back in
go.
2 seconds, okay?
All right, while Cliff's looking at his mailbox, I got this in the mail, folks. That is a wax embossed B for Baggins green door. That is an embossed green door wax seal. And I was like, what is this? What is this? It's beautiful though. Like it's not a print. This is really like, oh, don't look at my nails. So I got this box, and in this box was a little thing and a map of Middle Earth. And folks, I wish you could feel this texture. It's raised printing. It feels, you can feel the mountain ranges. You can feel the mountain ranges on this. This is a beautiful map of Middle Earth. Of course, you guys recognize that. And folks, I haven't read this. I'm opening it live on the air. This is actual Tweed. And look at that. Our dear friend, a most heartfelt thank you for joining us on our very first grand adventure to that far off realm they call Comic-Con in San Diego. What a marvelous gathering it was, full of curious folk, fine company, and tales worth telling twice over. Please accept this small token as a keepsake of the occasion. Yours in friendship and second breakfast, Middle Earth Enterprises. Folks, Middle Earth Enterprises has sent us a gift. A nice gift. This is incredible. How many people in the chat room went to Comic-Con and saw their awesome booth that they had? And folks, here is the gift. It is Bilbo Baggins, the animated version of Bilbo Baggins, Rankin and Bass. Look at that. It says, I don't know if you can see it on screen. It says San Diego Comic-Con 2025 at the bottom. Look at that. It looks like this is modeled on the brand new Dark Horse action figure, vinyl figures that they're coming out with. I think you can pre-order those on Dark Horse. Bagoons.
Well, I'm excited. That's really, really cool. That is the Rankin and Bass character of Bilbo Baggins from the 1977 telefilm, The Hobbit. I did check my mail, and I got dozens and dozens of lovely Christmas cards from a lot of beautiful people, but no, didn't get any of that. But hey, that's okay. Things get delivered slowly at Christmas time.
All right. Well,
isn't that
anyway,
cool though? Is that a stamp? Are you going to use that for wax seals?
No,
to make
no,
a wax
no. It's
seal
just
stamp?
it's not a wax seal. It's just Middle Earth. It's just a figure. It's just a little figure.
How cool!
Full three-dimensional
Totally cool.
representation of the Rankin and Bass. And Cliff, I guess this is your cue. Because this is the Rankin and Bass Bilbo Baggins, I guess this is the perfect time to do your Miyazaki Minute. And why do we do a Miyazaki Minute around Rankin and Bass?
Because it involves a lot of really wonderful it involves a lot of really wonderful Japanese animators who worked for Rankin and Bass back in the 70s. They had their offices in Manhattan, actually in New York City, doing a lot of Christmas specials and beautiful things that were just for the holidays. But they worked with a production company to create Animagic, which was the stop motion production house in Japan. So Arthur Rankin Jr. and Jules Bass would travel from Manhattan and then go all the way over to Tokyo, and they would visit with the animation team who were doing the little stop motion puppets and making amazing things happen, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and The Year Without a Santa Claus, not to mention, a lot of other wonderful feature
Yeah.
films. And then
What's the
after,
Miyazaki connection? Get to the point.
I am. You gonna give me my minute or not? Hold on. After the success of that, they wanted to do 2D animation, and they worked with an animation studio called Topcraft. And it was really, really fantastic that they did that because, and I'm looking up the complete names for the whole cast and crew.
Well, we don't
These
need to go
animators-
there. We just want you to know that Topcraft is the Japanese anime studio that did the animation on this Rankin and Bass
I will
edition.
finish my sentence. These wonderful people in the art department, including Takashi Hisoaka and the animation supervisor and character designer, that's his name. I was looking for him, Suguyuki Kubo. These people went to work after leaving Topcraft, and they went to work at a new studio that was just getting formed. Who was that? That was Studio Ghibli. So Studio Ghibli is there, Studio Ghibli, and they are right there with, taking all these amazing animators and bringing them to work on Nausicaä of the Valley of the Wind and My Neighbor Totoro and all those very early Miyazaki films. Well, they pinched a bunch of wonderful animation talent from Topcraft who had been working on The Hobbit. So now you know the connection. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. How about that?
There you go. Then that's your Miyazaki minute. Yeah, and you saw it in the chat room. We not only will we give a couple more pairs of tickets away at the end of the show, but you can also have another chance to win if you go to the Facebook page of theonering.net. It's facebook.com/theoneringnet. Just search for the One Ring Net on Facebook. The page will pop up. There is a post with hundreds of comments explaining how you can win some tickets, some extra tickets. So, and of course, Last Win, who's one of our mods in Discord, they have some tickets as well to give away. So all the instructions are on Discord in the announcements channel. So 3 ways to win here on the show. Stay with us. Go to Facebook and enter to win that way with a comment, or go over to Discord and talk about it. Cliff, I wanted to, it's Christmas Eve tomorrow, so I wanted to share some gifts that I would have liked to receive, but there's nobody special in my life that thinks I'm worthy of any of these.
Oh, good gravy. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about this. Let's bring it up on screen.
What is this?
What is something all men fantasize about?
So this is a set of first edition's first printings of The Lord of the Rings. And they came out in the 1950s, but they didn't actually all come out at once. So first you have The Fellowship of the Ring, which came out in 1954. The Two Towers came out 4 months later, and then The Return of the King was published in October 1955. And because all 3 of these volumes were rushed through the press, so you'll find mistakes in these first printings that don't appear elsewhere. Like if you take the first edition of The Fellowship of the Ring, there's a mistake up here in the runes that appears in this volume and in the Two Towers, but is corrected by the time you get to The Return of the King. And as only 3,000 copies of the first volume, The Fellowship of the Ring, were ever printed, it means that even today, no more than 3,000 sets of first printings of The Lord of the Rings can possibly exist.
Well, folks,
Isn't that wild?
that was there was a set of first editions for sale just a few days ago. The Lord of the Rings sets world record as science fiction and fantasy heritage auction leads to $2.1 million total. This is across 610 lots, anchored by 2 distinguished private collections and fueled by strong demand for landmark works of imaginative literature. The auction drew 1,197 bidders and culminated in a new world auction record for J.R.R. Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings. The undisputed centerpiece of the auction was the Tolkien's Lord of the Rings, a complete 3-volume set, as you just saw on that video, with a first printing, first edition, complete 3-volume set, realized a $250,000 sale. Cliff, I am disappointed in you for not attempting to win this for me.
You know what? I need to sell my $3 million screenplay, and then I'll try again next time it's up for auction. But honestly, that's a low number. I would have thought those first editions would have gone for a lot more than 250 grand. I'm not joking. I really would have thought that price. And
well,
now,
you're
let's just
wrong,
say,
because right there in the article it says this more than doubled the previous record of $103,000 for a first
wow.
edition unautographed set. This is
How
not
recent was?
autographed.
Yeah, of course. Well, how recent was this sale?
This is last week. Last week.
Last week? Wow, I would have thought it would have been more than that, really.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, Cliff, this is huge news. So, it set a new record, more than doubling the previous record, $250,000 auction.
Oh my goodness.
For a not autographed first edition, complete 3-volume set. It was first edition's first impressions, housed in its original dust jackets and preserved together in a custom slip case. Speaking of slip cases, we were just had a trivia on that. The record-setting result underscores the growing recognition of science fiction and fantasy as foundational pillars of serious, rare book collecting.
Wonderful.
That strength extended well beyond the trilogy itself, Cliff. Another rare Tolkien item sold, a rare autograph manuscript note by Tolkien, headed "Further Correction Desired," and comprising a late-stage revision to the Return of the King, sold for $87,000.
My goodness.
Written entirely in Tolkien's distinctive hand and bearing copy editor's markings, the manuscript offers a direct glimpse into the author's meticulous creative process at work on the most influential fantasy novel of the century.
Wow. That's amazeballs. That's really something. Wow. I would have loved to have gone in and just been there during the auction to see what that was like and experience that. That's so great.
Cliff, just for comparison, we're talking about Lord of the Rings sets a world record at auction for $250,000. For comparison, in the same auction, they sold a first edition of Tarzan of the Apes by Edgar Rice Burroughs for $37,000, almost 10% of Lord of the Rings. Isaac Asimov's I, Robot first edition sold for $20,000. Frank Herbert's Dune, which is probably at the peak of its popularity right now, sold a first edition for $13,000.
Now that is, again, I'm going to repeat myself, but I think that's really low. A first edition from Chilton Books. I remember I had one of those in my hands once. I had a first edition of Dune in my hands, hardcover, and the publisher was called Chilton Books. I really would have thought that had gone for a lot more money than that. Like, wow.
I mean, look, F. Scott Fitzgerald's Tender as the Night sold for $27,000. The only thing that even comes close, we're talking Bram Stoker's Dracula first edition sold for $55,000.
Wow.
So, Cliff, I know you're surprised at how low it is, but in context of the rare book collecting market, this is a incredibly high record-setting price, and it's set by Lord of the Rings.
That's fabulous. Wow. How about that? That's really, really,
so
really
$250,000 on the for a first edition. And so when you guys go to Christmas dinner and you're talking to Grams and she says, "Oh, I had a copy of that. My parents bought me when it first came out." You need to ask Grams what she did with that. first edition book of Lord of the
Yes,
Rings.
please. Where is that, darling? Tell me all about it. I want to
And
know.
if Grams doesn't have Lord of the Rings, maybe she has 1977 first edition of the Silmarillion.
Ooh.
Like,
Ooh.
okay. So this is your assignment,
Okay.
folks. When you go to Christmas dinner, you need to talk about how valuable the first editions of Lord of the Rings are.
That's really cool.
All right.
I think I have two. I have two exact copies of the Silmarillion first edition hardcover. I have two of those editions, and I have other editions of the Silmarillion as well. But I'm looking at my bookshelf right over there, and I think I see two copies of the first edition hardcover, and that was a huge bestseller. So there were millions of copies of those. I don't think a first edition of the Silmarillion is going to count at all because there were so many millions of copies. So
Cliff, here's another thing that I wish someone had bought me for Christmas this year. Although it's the
Oh.
holiday isn't over yet. But this guy on Reddit, wife bought me a Bar-a-Door incense burner.
Let me see that. Oh, how cool. The incense smoke comes out of it. That's really cool.
It really is a Tower of Sauron Bar-a-Door officially licensed incense burner.
That's super cool.
Yeah, crazy, right?
I wonder who made that. Was that an Etsy thing that someone handmade on Etsy? Because I don't think that's licensed merch.
If you go to the
never seen that
LOTR
before.
on Reddit, you just scroll down and they're so kind to link to the product, the Lord of the Rings Bar-a-Door backflow incense burner.
You're kidding.
From menkind.co.uk.
Oh my gosh.
It is only $69.
That's pounds. 69 British pounds sterling.
So is that 6,
Wow.
7?
And it is officially licensed. I'm wrong. I'm wrong a lot of the time, but boy, am I wrong about this. It says right there on that page, officially licensed. That is licensed from New Line Cinema. How cool is that?
That is
gosh.
that is definitely the John Howe, Alan Lee, Weta Bar-a-Door. So there you go. I love the chat room. You guys are picking up on what I'm selling. Cliff, the next thing I want to bring up is something that you can buy, but
so
it's
hold on, at 69 pounds, that Bar-a-Door incense burner is $92 US. Okay, that's $92 US. Okay, now we know.
Plus shipping, and shipping to the United States is insane right now.
Yes, it will make it a lot more. Yeah, that's crazy. Wow.
All right, Cliff, it's time to rub our Rings of Power Palantir and find out what the latest gossip is. What is in store for season 3 of Rings of Power? Sauron, will you tell me? Will you? By the way, Amazon, if we can get gifts from Middle Earth Enterprises, you have my address.
Yeah,
send me a little something. Send me a little something for
you
Christmas.
have my address too. Just saying. But you know how they are with no merch. Their whole entire approach is no toys, no merch, no nothing.
As I'm holding up merch, as I'm literally holding up a actual Alexa speaker branded.
That was a promotional
Rings of
item. It was
Power.
never for sale.
Well,
that was a promotional giveaway. It was never
hound.
for sale.
You can send me promotional items for free all day long. All right, so Cliff, here we go. We got some Green Dragon gossip from the Rings of Power. Here we go. Are you ready for this? Are you ready?
I'm ready
for
for
this?
crazy gossip. All
right, I'm gonna start with the merch. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Folks, look at this beautiful fantasy dress Wanderer. It is marked down 384 to 279. It's an exclusive medieval style dress robe. Look at how stunning and textured this is. Yeah, this is from Arm Street. Look at the
Interesting.
texture on this dress. Look at the flowing, how it folds on itself. It is hooded. That's right. It is hooded. Just a stunning. And look, you can see
that's from Katie. Katie on our Discord found that for us. Thank you, Katie. Bree
right.
Crossroads. Yeah, and it does look a little bit Bene Gesserit, a little bit, just a tiny
and
bit.
you can see that the fabric is it looks strong. It's very textured, but it is a bit translucent. You can see the light coming through on the back of the thing. It's just a beautiful, stunning hooded robe. Why am I showing you this? And in the Rings of Power segment, because Cliff, according to one of the top leakers for season 3 and our Discord regular and just an all-around good guy, Khalil, he is reporting today, exclusive, that this is a shot of the actress who played one of the 3 from season 1. And she is in costume for season 3. That's right. Look at that. She's got a hooded robe going on that she's buttoned up. So the 3, what do they call those? The 3 mages? You know, the ones that were
acolytes. Aren't they
the
called
acolytes.
acolytes? They're acolytes, yeah. Acolytes of the Dark Wizard who remains unnamed, but he's played by Kieran Hines over there in the land of Hrun.
And remember, they
east.
get turned into
moths. Yes.
But butterflies, right?
Moths. They get turned into moths.
Wait, I might have that scene. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah. Remember this scene, folks? That looked exactly like Avengers. When the acolytes attack the stranger who we all knew was Gandalf, and he throws their magic back at them and they turn into butterflies. It's kind of like how when Thanos throws something at Doctor Strange and he turns it all into butterflies. Look at that.
Yes.
Something about butterflies, right? So we like butterflies. Nope, we don't want to have leaks this week. So there you go. That is supposedly is a picture from a season 3 behind the scenes of the actress, one of the actresses that are playing the 3 acolytes.
Oh, okay, yeah. Last one says they're called 3 mystics. And are we to assume this is the same fantasy robe that she's wearing? Is it the same exact robe?
No, I don't know, because look, you can tell that the texture on this robe is thin. You can see right there behind her ear. You can see that how the light falls on the fabric. It's not a full thick. And Bree Crossroads in the chat room, correct. You did help us get the scoop that we're showing you today. You can see the same type of material in play for this fantasy dress. It's just available off the shelf. You can order it right now from armstreet.com. Armstreet, that's right. So look up armstreet.com and you can order this wonderful fantasy dress. This is for Fantasy Dress Wanderer, and it looks very similar in texture and color to this this fabric that is on the season 3 return of the Acolytes. Yes, great cosplay opportunities here. And man, if you can get 3 cosplayers, if you can partner up and walk around Comic-Con as the 3 mystics from Rings of Power, that would be cool. Cliff, would you dress up as the wizard?
I would dress up as any wizard. I often do. I often do a lot of my wedding ceremonies dressed as either one wizard or another from either that fantasy book series or that one. So yeah, there's no limit to the crazy costumes that I would try out.
That's awesome. Exactly.
Right on. Okay.
All right, let's keep the Rings of Power news, folks, going. There has been a lot of buzz. It's the end of the year. and there's been a lot of buzz about some movies, and let's talk about them because uh, Universal Pictures has released a trailer for Hamlet starring Riz Ahmed, one of our shortlisted actors that we would really love to see in as Aragorn in
Yeah, he
The
would be
Hunt for
so
Gollum.
great. So this is a remake, well, a new version of Shakespeare's seminal play, The Tragedy of Hamlet, which is also getting a lot of energy in movie theaters because of the Chloe Zhao movie Hamnet, which is spelt with an N for Nancy. But yeah, the Hamnet movie deals with the real life Shakespeare and his real life romance and relationship with his wife and his children. And one of the things that most people don't always know is that Shakespeare's boy, his son, was named Hamnet with an N. So, and look, here we go, another Hamlet movie. There's Morfydd Clark going in to do this really interesting new version of Hamlet. This is going to be so cool. I can't wait to check this
It
out.
looks and Morfydd Clark.
Is she playing Ophelia? Am I
Yes.
wrong? Is she playing
Yes.
Ophelia? How cool! You know what? That is a role that Morfydd Clark was born to play. Ophelia from Hamlet. I'm all about this. Really, really cool, and I really appreciate the East Asian and Indian presence and the imagery in this new version of it because it looks so cool to me. I can't wait to check this out. This is going to be really cool.
To hell with allegiance.
There you go. Riz Ahmed and Morfydd Clark, our own Galadriel, is
And Timothy Spall. And believe it or not, that's Timothy Spall from the Harry Potter series, but he was also in a lot of other movies.
Joe Alwyn in Stranger Things as well? Am I
Is he?
crazy here?
Might be.
Chat
Might
room,
be.
give me a fact check. Is Joe Alwyn from Stranger Things? Anyway, Riz Ahmed in a modern day retelling of Hamlet, Shakespeare's Hamlet,
Wow.
starring
How
Morfydd
cool.
Clark as Ophelia. And folks, we love Morfydd. We want to support her and everything she does. Also, we want Riz Ahmed to be considered for
Yes,
Aragorn in The Hunt for
100%.
Gollum. Cliff, please
Younger
give your
Aragorn,
pitch.
Riz Ahmed. Oh my gosh! You know what? I love the episodes where I get to bicker and argue with you, Justin. But I also very much love these episodes where you and I agree in perfect harmony. Riz Ahmed would make an amazing Aragorn, and he would kick all kinds of ass. You would just have to give him some, green contact lenses or something, and it would be fabulous. It'd be so fabulous to have him do that.
And
cool.
Riz Ahmed, Cliff, correct me if I'm wrong because you've read the books. Riz Ahmed kind of looks closer to how Tolkien described Aragorn than Vigo ever did.
A stern face with pale gray eyes. Like I said, they gave Orlando Bloom contact lenses so they could do that also for Riz Ahmed, so he could have stern gray eyes. It'd be so cool. Riz Ahmed, of course, immediately recognizable to Star Wars fans as the pilot from Rogue One. And, of course, a lot of other interesting things, too.
So there you go.
Otaku Senpai in the live chat was asking, the last modern setting retelling of Hamlet was the Leo DiCaprio version, wasn't it? Is that correct?
I don't know. That's a good.
That
good
might be.
question.
I remember many decades ago the Kenneth Branagh directed version of Hamlet, starring himself, Kenneth Branagh. I remember that, but that was way far back in the Wayback Machine.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to IMDb and do a quick 2-second search for Hamlet and see.
All right.
Which
Well,
one
Cliff,
comes
we
up
got
first?
more Rings of Power news.
Yeah, that
for
was the
season
1996 version. Oh no, sorry, there was the 1991 with Glenn Close and
that
Mel
was
Gibson.
earlier. We're talking about the
I never
most
saw that.
Most recent probably is
Then that
Leo
would-
DiCaprio during the heyday of musicals. Man, that was a foundational movie.
You know what? It's not.
Romeo
it's
and
not
Juliet?
pulling that up.
All
There
right.
was a 2000
All
version
right,
of
we're enough
Hamlet
with
with Ethan
Shakespeare. We're
Hawke.
moving. We're keeping on with Rings of Power season 3. Guys, we have
We do have to get
we
through
have
the news,
more.
don't we? Sorry.
We have more news. Oh my god, we got more news about season 3. And Cliff, I don't know if I sent you this, because I want your honest reaction and opinion on
Yes.
what you think Robert Arameo, who plays Elrond, what you think he means by this. Okay, so here we go. He is promoting his brand new, very successful movie called I Swear. They're calling it possibly a BAFTA winning performance, possibly Oscar nominated. Robert Arameo is in a brand new movie that is rocking the socks of all the academies. Okay, he is on the short list to possibly be nominated for an acting award this year. This is
He plays a man who has Tourette's syndrome.
okay.
And that's why the title of the film, I Swear. You know, I really can't wait to see this film, and I haven't yet. I'm really down to check this movie out.
Well, of course, in the promotion, of course, interviewers want to ask him about the big deal. He then landed a role in the final 2 seasons of Game of Thrones as young Ned Stark and has enjoyed continued fantasy success as Elrond in Pride Video's Lord of the Rings. Here's his quote, Cliff. I can tell you which one is comfier if you like. Elrond's robes or the tracksuits in this movie. I don't have the most difficult costume in Rings of Power. That would be my best mate, Owain Arthur.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what I'm allowed to say about this season. It is an interesting one. I think people will like it. But I'm just so lucky to have worked on both Rings of Power and I Swear. So Cliff, let's unpack this.
Wow.
Let's unpack
Yeah.
this quote. Because you've been in the biz, right? You know the careful wordsmithing that actors do when you can't really talk about what you're doing. So
Yeah,
again,
that's
here
true.
is Robert Arameo, who plays Elrond, and is promoting his new movie, I Swear. And when it comes to Rings of Power season 3, he says, "I'm not sure what I'm allowed to say about this season.
Which
It
would be
is an
nothing.
interesting one. I think people will like it." Cliff, your thoughts. Unpack this.
Well, what's to unpack? He's not going to say it's rather dull. He's going to say it's an interesting project. Of course, he's going to say something without technically saying anything, so he can't be backed against a wall of his NDA, the non-disclosure agreement. So he's not saying anything at all. What is to? You can't parse it further than
We can
I'm
parse.
being
This is
careful.
exactly what fans
No, he's just
do,
being super
okay?
careful. What any
what
actor
is
would
that
do
word,
when they're
interesting?
terrified.
He
He's terrified of an NDA being broken. That's what it is here.
He could have used so many adjectives. He could have used bombastic. He could have used
Huge.
huge. But
Huge. Yeah.
Here's the phrase he says is season 3 is an interesting one. Interesting one. That is it's such a careful word, and I wonder if he
Yes.
feels a little bit of trepidation because the kiss in season 2 was an interesting one.
Well, most people use the phrase interesting as a polite way of not saying what they really want to say. Oh, now I see where you're going with this. Okay. Well, it's also the most non-committal thing you can say. Isn't that right?
But interesting is such an interesting word. He doesn't say this is a fantastic new season. This is an excellent new season. This is a bigger, new season. He doesn't say anything about this is a more humble, this is a more
Oh my gosh.
smaller season. He says his only description of season 3 is it's an interesting one. Pause. I think people will like it.
Well, I agree with Vixen Dark Fairy in the live chat that it's just a throwaway sentence. It's a throwaway sentence where he could get away with saying something and not have to say anything committal at all.
Okay.
There might be a slight difference in the way that the American the idiomatic expression of, oh, that's interesting. Maybe Americans use that differently than British people when they're trying to say, oh, I'm going to be really polite. I'm going to be polite and say something like, oh, that's interesting. But it's not necessarily a diss. He's not necessarily being critical, but
All right.
I
So
wonder.
the chat
I
room
wonder.
is on to our shenanigans. Am I reading way too much into this
Yeah,
non-statement?
possibly. Possibly.
But is there anything that it's not worth? Is there anything worth reading too much into? It's the $1 billion Rings of Power.
Do you know what's fascinating to me is the way that they keep their actors as close, as tight-lipped and secretive as the storytellers are being secretive about their mystery boxing. It's really a choice.
It's
a
kind
real
of crazy
interesting
that
choice.
Jamie Campbell Bower is out there promoting Stranger Things. He did a stint on Broadway this weekend at the Stranger Things Broadway show, and he's not
Wow.
allowed to talk about Rings of Power. It's kind of
Wow.
insane. When you think about the secrecy. Speaking of that, Cliff, look at this.
Hello.
Posted
Show me
today. That's right. Jamie Campbell Bower is hanging out
Nice.
with Bear McCreary at an airport.
That's cool. That is so cool. Bear McCreary is the coolest. He is so amazing, and what he's creating is amazing, and that is really nice.
So shout
Yeah.
out to Rings of Power.
Nice to see them together.
And who I think is Glorfindel. I refuse to acknowledge that other character that everybody wants him to be.
Oh, last one in the chat says maybe it was also particularly interesting for Robert Aramayo because he perhaps plays 2 characters, not just one. Okay, put a beard on you and play your twin brother who's long gone. Okay.
Wait, has that leaked?
Sure.
Did we
That'd be
leak that
cool.
already? Wait, we leaked that, right?
I don't think so, but people have been talking about it for years, so, you know.
Oh, well, all right. I guess we're the Christmas gifts keep coming. According to leaks, yes.
Yes.
Robert Aramayo is playing 2 characters in Rings of Power Season 3.
Yeah, because they're going to do a flashback way back in time. Yes. That
Wow.
could be really interesting. Yeah, they're going to do it. They're going to do it. I don't know. I really don't know if they're going to do it, but I would hedge my bets. I would hedge my bets that they're going to do some kind of a flashback.
So, all right. Moving on then. Folks,
Yes.
this past week, here in LA, a concert was performed in Pasadena, and I think you guys have probably seen the ads on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. Cliff, have you been getting these social media ads for the a concert of music of Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, and The
I
Rings
have.
of Power?
Yes, the algorithm has been feeding that to me quite a bit.
So this is the
Yes.
first time that the Lord of the Rings Howard Shore's music has been paired with Bear McCreary's music in the same setting. So these are a touring exhibition of musicians. Tickets are on Ticketmaster for the music of Lord of the Rings. You can see that they're playing in February in Macon, Georgia, Fort Wayne, Indiana, Dubuque, Iowa, Detroit,
That's
Michigan.
Dubuque. That's
Dubuque.
pronounced Dubuque. What is wrong
What
with
next? Terre Haute? Terre Haute? I don't
Terre
know.
Haute. It's like, are you the kind of person who doesn't call it Tucson? You call it Tuscan? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah,
You know how to
and
pronounce
his name is
Dubuque?
Celebron. Yeah, Celebron. Yeah, whatever. All right, so the basic of the Lord of the Rings
Funny.
tickets, but I'm giving you guys a heads up here on Torn Tuesday because we had some friends of the show go see it, and this is what they tweeted. So if anyone's wondering about the Lord of the Rings and Hobbit concert, all of the imagery that accompanies the concert is AI. Wow, I don't
Slop.
want to have
AI slop.
I don't
which
want
is
to have a bad
that is
word on the screen.
Merriam-Webster's word of the year, by the way. Slop.
Yeah,
You knew that?
word of the year. And so there,
Word of
there
the
you
year
go.
is slop. You know what's funny though? Am I to assume that this is the unlicensed version of the concert series where they're not really licensing it or paying for it properly to Howard Shore's music publishing? So I get the feeling that we shouldn't be promoting this because the show, I think, is doing some underhanded dealing where they're not paying appropriate licensing to the music publishers, which would be Howard Shore.
So yeah, so we're just sharing information as we get it. And so just want to give you guys a heads up. If you get bombarded with these ads to go to these concerts, just beware that it feels a little
unofficial. It's probably unofficial. It's probably unlicensed, not paying anything to Bear McCreary or to Howard Shore or, their publishing companies. So this is probably like the most uncool thing. And especially now that we know they didn't license any imagery from New Line or from Prime Video. So they're using imagery from AI generation, which is crap. Just totally crap. So there you go.
All right, let's get back on to
There's that.
good news and better news. Look at this. Turntable Lab says
I
keep
want
it
one of
secret.
those, please.
Keep it safe. They have
I want one of those.
Clear vinyls.
Oh, I love those things so much.
Clear vinyls of the Lord of the Rings motion picture soundtrack. Look at that. That's Return of the King, Two Towers, Fellowship of the Ring in those beautiful clear vinyls. Aren't those gorgeous, Cliff?
They really are. I want it so bad. I really do.
If you're gonna spend your hard-earned money listening to the Howard Shore, the Lord of the Rings music again, I highly recommend this set from Turntable Lab, and of course,
oh my gosh, look at how fabulous that is.
Made by Mutant versions of the Rings of Power soundtrack from Bear McCreary
I
and Elijah
need
Wood.
to get, you know what I want Santa Claus to bring me for Christmas tomorrow? I want a brand new record player with a diamond needle stylus. That's what I really want, because I have these amazing Joe Hisaishi records playing all his music from the Miyazaki classics. I've got all these amazing purple and clear vinyl from my favorite British pop band, ABC, Martin Fry. Big shout out to you guys, ABC, and your wonderful UK tour that you just completed a few weeks ago. And I don't have a proper phonograph. I have so many records and great vinyl. I even had this wonderful Peter Murphy album that a friend gave me as a gift. You know, Peter Murphy, he was like the guy who was the lead singer for Bauhaus. And he, that band single-handedly created gothic rock at the time when it happened. But no, I don't have a phonograph. So I hope that my letter to the North Pole made it all the way up there so that Santa could understand what a good boy I've been this year and that I deserve a nice phonograph player. I really do.
You deserve the world, Cliff.
really
And you
do.
know what? For those watching at home, it is you guys deserve some more tickets to Lord of the Rings in cinemas. That's right. We've got more tickets to give away. And Cliff, you said you had some ideas for some trivia that we could do.
At least one. Yes, I've got
to
at
give
least
away
one.
some of these tickets. Again, here's how you win. You're going to text the hotline 530-64-FRODO. That's really my phone number. It'll come right to my phone. And so let's try it, Cliff.
Thank you, Shan.
The
You
last
ready?
3 questions were actually kind of hard because
They
people
were.
got
This
it
is-
wrong. So
I got
Cliff,
one for you right here. All right.
right.
You ready? Okay, now you guys, he's going to put that number on the screen. It is 530-64-FRODO, which is 530-643-7636. You're going to send your answer not to the YouTube chat, but directly to Justin using that Google number, 530-64-FRODO. The question is, first person who gets this correct
Unlikely
will win.
answer. That's what it says.
You're winning a set of 3 tickets for the extended editions of the Lord of the Rings trilogy being presented theatrically by our friends at Fathom Events. Are you guys ready? Shall we go? All right.
And if you are,
Here's the question.
if
No,
yeah.
go ahead. Go ahead, Justin.
No, I was going to say, if you already won, you can't win again, but I haven't texted the winners back. So anyway, let's play the feud. All right, let's go.
Yeah, you know what? If you have won, you know you've won.
Never mind. Well, I'll text you guys after the show. You guys keep trying to win.
Okay. There was a wonderful filmmaker who worked on the appendices. His name was Michael Pellerin, and he did all the appendices for the back end of the DVD and the re-release Blu-ray for the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Who is the other documentarian filmmaker who did the behind-the-scenes movies for the first Lord of the Rings trilogy? Name him.
The one that recently died?
The one who recently passed away, yes.
And,
now look at your phone.
And
Have
you can
got answers
see
yet?
that those appendices are on these 2 discs, part of
Have a
the
good night, Gene.
multiple disc collection. Look at that. Get $10 back by mail when you buy Return of the King. Look at this. Look at this beautiful, beautiful 4-disc set.
Talk
Part
about a
5?
gatefold. That was the ultimate gatefold for home video.
The appendices part 5 and the appendices part 6 with illustrations by John Howe and Alan Lee.
Okay.
Ooh, there's something.
The question is, name the documentary filmmaker who did the behind the scenes documentary footage found on those DVDs. And it is not Michael Pellerin. So he recently passed away.
He
and
recently
if you text
passed away.
Your answer,
That's
text
right.
your answer to 530-643-7636. And Justin will
Cliff, it says
look on his phone.
DVD
and find out
ROM
who the name is.
instructions. I don't have a DVD ROM, but I think there's bonus material on
There
this
was
DVD
some.
set.
There was some goofy little
Goofy little
CD-ROM.
things on the CD
Some
ROM.
goofy little things on there that you'd have on your old Windows 95 computer. Really using Windows 95, I swear.
I don't know if they
or
still
Windows
include
XP.
this.
You were using Windows XP at the time for that.
This is
Oh
the
yeah, I worked on those.
appendices. What?
I worked actually on not on those branching timelines, but I worked on the map, the digital map that they created. I worked as a consultant for Michael Pellerin for that to make sure the maps were accurate.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun. Okay, so did you get an answer on your phone
All
yet?
right, we're getting text messages on the hotline. And Cameron is wrong. Sorry.
Sorry,
Let's see
Cameron.
here. No, that was their answer. I don't know who the name of the person who sent it. That was just their answer. The answer is not Cameron.
No, the answer is not Cameron. Oh yeah, you
and it
don't
looks
know
like-
who. Did you have a winner?
Do
Do I need to repeat the question?
All right, hold on. I got another text message here. We
Oh,
got it.
boy.
All right. Yeah, 765. Yep. There you go.
All right,
They
you
got,
got it. There's an answer. That was it. So since the answer is provided, can we tell the audience at home?
Yeah, go ahead.
That would be filmmaker who recently passed away, and bless him. That would be Costa Botes, the New Zealand directorial, the New
Legend.
Zealand
New Zealand
documentary
legend.
director.
Yeah.
Oh, a total legend. He worked with Peter Jackson on Forgotten Silver. He was an amazing director, a Kiwi New Zealand director, and that would be the answer. Costa Botes, who did the other behind the scenes on that full trilogy of DVDs. Oh, so we have a winner, and now we're ready to give away another pair of tickets, aren't we?
Yes, we do. All right.
Okay, are you ready?
This is not
right, this-
Jeopardy. You did not need to put who is.
Who is? Okay. There's a moment in the Two Towers. You guys ready? Now, we've already answered that first one. That was Costa Botes. So, and I told the answer out loud to the YouTube chat. We're ready for the next question, Justin?
Yes, go
Okay.
ahead. Remember, text the answer.
In the Two Towers, after Gandalf helps with the healing of Theoden, King Theoden is told by Gandalf, perhaps your fingers would remember their former strength if they only held your sword. What is the name of Theoden's sword? It's only in the books. It is not mentioned in the movies, but if you have knowledge of the books, then you will know. Perhaps your hands will remember their earlier strength if they but held your sword. Text to Justin at 530-64-FRODO. The answer is, what is the name of King Theoden's sword? Do not tell the YouTube chat.
I don't know the answer. You're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to
Oh,
look this up.
I'll tell you right now. And I'm so sorry, Scott Morrison. That is not the right answer. Okay, and I'm texting you, Justin.
Yes, please text me. And if you want to try
There it
to win
is.
these tickets,
There it is.
all right. Yeah, we do have one winner. Yeah,
You have one winner. Yay!
914.
You got it. Someone got it.
Go ahead.
What is the name of Theoden's sword? You have a winner?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Congratulations to the
I
winner.
don't know, I don't
you
know
got
how to
yourself
say
tickets.
this correctly. Herogrime?
Herugrim. There it
Okay,
is.
I knew I said
The
that
answer
wrong.
is Herugrim. Perhaps your fingers will remember their former strength.
He never
you-
says that name in the movies. I object to this.
If you but held your... That's okay. The name of Costa Botes is not mentioned in the movies either.
It's
so you
literally
can object
in
all
the
you want.
credits, Cliff. His Costa Botes' name is in the credits along with yours, okay? There's not one place in the movie or in the credits do they name
Too
that
bad.
sword.
Well, it was sold by Sideshow Weta Collectibles. So, yeah, everybody bought one. There was a collectible. It was there. Everyone knows what it is, and that's what it was called. And it's from the book. The books were published in the 50s. You've had plenty of time from the 50s to absorb this information. Ha ha. Not bad, huh? Okay, so should we come up with a third question, which is more, shall we say, movie specific?
I object to that last question. We're still going to give away the tickets, and I've texted you winner. But I object to that question because we're giving away movie tickets, and that name of that sword was never in the movies.
So are you saying it doesn't count?
No, it
No.
counts. It counts, but I object to your question.
We have a winner. Okay, so objection noted properly. That's why I'm asking you now, should our next question be very specifically film only related?
Well, we're
Yes?
giving away movie tickets. Look, if we were giving away copies of Simon Tolkien's new books, which should be on your Christmas list, Simon Tolkien put out 2 or 3 books
Yes.
this year in a series. Wonderful author. Simon Tolkien is the head of the estate right now. He's doing some wonderful work, and you should buy his books. But anyway, I think they should be movie related.
Okay. Gotcha.
And it could
Movie
be
related
extended
only.
edition, or it could be behind the scenes, just anything related to the movies.
You got it. I have the next question. You ready?
Go
and
ahead.
it is very specific movie related. He is currently the lead visual effects supervisor of James Cameron's Avatar, Fire and Ash. But he is also the multiple Oscar-winning visual effects supervisor for the Lord of the Rings trilogy. What is his name?
And we can reveal here on Torn Tuesday, we have confirmed that he is now on Hunt for Gollum. The Oscar-winning visual effects supervisor, VFX supervisor.
The VFX supervisor.
Avatar movies.
Yep, he is currently senior visual effects supervisor at Weta FX, and he has his name.
You're gonna have to spell his name correctly. Technicalities matter.
Yep, spell his name correctly. He currently has a single title card, full credit on James Cameron's Avatar, Fire and Ash. which is in theaters worldwide right now.
Avatar is the best. I just saw Avatar this weekend, Cliff, and it is
Yeah.
a stunning visual achievement.
Yeah, it was quite a visual achievement, quite fun, and a little bit belabored, but it was quite fun. How about that? You got it. I sent the correct spelling to you, Justin. This is a movie only question, so it has nothing to do with your knowledge of the books. Oh, you're pulling up my tweet, but you better pull up the whole thing. You better. You better pull up the whole thing.
I just wanted to put this for the record, folks. This is
funny.
This is what Cliff said before he watched Avatar: Fire and Ash. He was complaining on Facebook. He says, "Why is your new Avatar movie as long as the bloody Return of the King? I mean, 3 hours and 15-minute runtime on Pandora, doing all the same things we did last time." Cliff, you were hating on the movie before you saw it, and I told you, Big Jim, don't miss, give it a shot. Did I not? I said that. And then here's Cliff's response after he walked out.
No, Zap Verasepa. He did not direct Mortal Engines. Different person. Sorry. Just want to make sure you're on the wrong track. I'm not on the wrong track. So, no, he was not the director of
overall,
Mortal Engines.
Fire and Ash was rather good. Total visual experience, Dolby Cinema. It sounded quite impressive. Some of this material feels like we have seen it before, although much of it seems quite fresh and engaging. So it's both things. So congrats,
Sigourney Weaver is amazing as always. Yes, I did say that.
So congrats, Cliff, for seeing the vision of Big Jim.
But I also see Big Jim doing the same thing that Peter Jackson did with the Hobbit trilogy. So you have to take a look at that too.
Listen, I told you guys spelling matters. I appreciate that you guys knew his name, but you spelled it wrong. So it's a bummer.
So who's the winner?
So we do, the fifth person that texted
got the name right.
Got the name right, but they were already a winner. I'm so sorry. All right, so we got to choose the second person that spelled his name right.
Yep, that's right.
Let's go.
Do we have it?
Yep, we got it. Winner, chicken dinner.
Can we tell the audience at home?
Autocorrect did mess you up, but you did come in clutch. Great.
The answer is visual effects director Joe LOTR. Joe LOTR was the answer. And so we have another winner. Congratulations.
We have another winner.
We have another winner. Yay. That's good. That's very, very good.
That
okay.
is wonderful.
Do we have any more? Is that it?
Shout out
is that all of our copies?
Shout out to my friends over at the Walt Disney Studio for inviting me over to watch watch Avatar. Got to meet Jake Sully in person. What's up, Jake? Saw Jake Sully in person. He was
Jake Sully.
He was just hanging out around all the sound stages and stuff like that. So shout out to that. Sweet.
Does that mean we've given away all the tickets we have to give away?
Let's see. We've got. Hold on. Let me. I'm looking. We might have a couple more to give away.
Uh-oh. Then I better find another movie-only trivia.
Please. We've given away 6 so far. We got 2 more pairs. All right. We got 2 more pairs.
We have 2 more pairs? Okay. Then it's time for me to get another movie only, and let's make this relative to the extended editions. So if you answer this, it's because you have some familiarity with the extended editions. Is that fair? Should we do that?
It's up to you. I had a question in mind, but I think I'm gonna change it up.
Yeah?
But if you have yours ready, again, Fathom Events is re-releasing Lord of the Rings trilogy, 3 movies over 3 nights next month in January. It is the 25th anniversary of the release of Fellowship of the Ring. So the next 3 years is basically a celebration, and we're kicking it off. Fathom Events is kicking off, and they've given us a bunch of pairs of tickets that we're giving away to you right now. You have to text the answer to the the hotline below. And Cliff, what do you got?
All right. Now this is really, really, really tricky. That's not correct, y'all. I'm looking up the answer because I know it, and I'm trying to double check because I know the answer. And let's just see. All right. Okay. Wow. All right, that's too difficult because these sources conflict. All these sources conflict. I was going to ask exactly how many minutes longer is the Fellowship Extended version, but there are different sources that give completely conflicting answers, so we would not be able to settle on one that is accurate and canonically correct. So we need to come up with a different one real quick. Okay. Here you go. Let me see. In there, the extended editions of these films include more background story on Boromir and Faramir and their relationship with their father, Denethor, the Steward of Gondor. Which of the three movies? So you have a 1 in 3 chance of getting this right. No, that's too easy. That's way too easy.
Oh my God, Cliff,
that's-
you're killing me.
It's too easy. All right. Let's do this. Let's do this one then. Okay. All right. Who was the one of the lead ensemble actors working on the Lord of the Rings trilogy, who went on to direct a short film of his own, and it was called The Long and Short of It? Who was the director of the short film The Long and Short of It? And he was also one of the lead ensemble actors in the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy. Please text your answer
And that movie
to 530-643-7636. Okay.
And that the long and short of it was a short film released as part of one of the
Yes.
releases.
Yes, it was released on one of the home
Not
video
all
editions.
of them. Not
No,
all,
not
of, them,
all of them.
Just one of them.
Just one of them. Yeah, that's right. So
The director
Name-
of the long and short of it, a short film shot in New Zealand.
shot in New Zealand with all of the actors helping out. A cameo by Peter Jackson is in this short film. And
Is
it was directed.
Did you
What?
text me the answer?
I did
thought
not
it-
text you the answer, sir.
I
You want me to?
Yes.
You know it. You know the answer, don't you,
I know
sir?
the answer, but I thought it might have been I thought it might have been the other guy.
Thought it might be who?
You know what? Just give him the answer. I'll tell you
giving
who texted first. Because I thought Billy Boyd directed it.
No. I just sent you the real answer. Okay?
All right, everybody knows it. Okay.
So everybody knows? So that was easy? I thought that was going to be...
That was
everybody
easy.
knows this.
Everybody
The answer
knows
was
it.
Sean Astin. Sean Astin is the director of The Long and Short of It. That is
All right.
correct. There you go.
Winner.
Well,
There you
all right.
go.
Everybody knows that. Okay.
Okay. All right. We got the last set of tickets again. If you all right, we got the last set of tickets. This is for all my OCD people in the chat room. But by the way, if you have friends in the States and you just want to win, you can text the hotline. I don't know how it works, but these are US tickets only. This is our last pair that we're giving away tonight. And you can jump on Discord for another chance to win. Check the announcements channel for instructions, or you can go to our Facebook page, The Wandering Net on Facebook. So Cliff,
Wowzer. Okay.
this
yes.
is challenging. This is probably a challenging question for all the OCD folks in there. It has been a pain, a thorn in our side for 25 years. I need
Yeah.
you. I need the first person to text 3 words. 3 words. 3 words. Okay.
So the
And I
answer
don't
is a
care if
total
you're
of
and if
3
your
words.
spelling's off, it's okay. All right. We're not but you can mangle the spelling because auto spelling can be weird. All right. So 3 words. Cliff, we were talking about this wonderful slipcase, which I'm surprised people didn't know about. That you have to mail it in to get the slipcase, right?
Yes, yes.
Folks, the question is, text the hotline. The question is, we see the colors of the trilogy there. You see
hmm
the green of Fellowship, the red of Two Towers, and the blue of Return of the King. So my question is, I want you to text me in the right order the 3 colors of the complete recordings soundtrack cases.
Yep, there you go. The complete recordings, soundtrack, vinyl, color artwork.
Or CDs.
Yes.
The complete recording Lord of the Rings soundtracks have these 3 colors in a different order. I need you to text me what order, Fellowship, Towers, King. Text me in order the 3 colors in the order of the soundtracks. Chelsea Schwartz is in the chat room saying, "Let me walk over to my album wall." I'm sure all of you have them, and if you have OCD, it's been frustrating for 25 years that it's not this color.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
So the color of the Lord of the Rings complete recording soundtracks are.
Is someone actually giving you the right answer?
Let's see it. We've got man, you guys some people did not get it right.
Uh-oh, because it is true that there's a distinct difference between what we know in the home video colored
So
releases.
these are the colors of the DVDs.
Yeah, the colors of
Green,
the
red,
DVDs.
blue. I want the colors of the complete recording soundtracks in order.
Is someone getting it correctly for you?
Come on,
'Cause I'm looking up
guys.
the answer
Are you
now.
for real right now? Wow. It's tough, isn't it? Nope.
Got it. I've got the answer.
Let's see this. Did this person get it? Let's see.
I'm
Yep,
sending you
all
the
right.
answer, Justin, even though you know.
Winner.
There it is.
Winner
There's a
right
picture.
there. All right, I got it. Yep. So the
That's
answer
the picture of it.
is red, blue, and green.
That's right. It's red, blue, and green. That is correct.
Red, blue, and green. It's completely different than the home video release. The DVDs are different color than the soundtracks, and it's really annoying. Really, really annoying.
That they switched them up. Why didn't they keep them consistent with the original video releases?
Keep them up? I have no idea. I have no idea.
That's so funny.
It's so frustrating. But yes, the soundtracks are a different color scheme than.
Well, why did they change it? We really don't know why they changed it, but goodness gracious.
Goodness
there you go.
gracious.
Last one got it.
Great balls of fire. Yes.
I'm going to give everyone a reference. I'm going to send this to the YouTube chat so that you people can take a look yourselves. There's a picture right there on Reddit. So now the people in the YouTube chat can see. There you go. All right. I just sent that into the YouTube. Now, how about that? I'm so happy to give away all these wonderful uh tickets. I'm
Tickets,
excited to
yeah.
get some.
And
I'm excited to go to the D box. I want to do the wild, shaky D box
we're gonna
experience.
confirm that and get back to you guys on whether it's I don't want to overpromise that. But Fathom Events has the tickets. It's showing over 2
Yes.
weekends, 3 movies, 3 nights over 2 weekends. I will connect with all of our winners and get your contact info, and we'll send that over to Fathom so everybody gets hooked up. We got two new pieces of information before we let you go. Okay,
We've got new stuff. Okay.
call it
Hello.
call it a gift. All right. It is
It is a gift.
It is Christmas Eve tomorrow, and we couldn't. We're all about the merch. We're all about the merch. Thank you to Middle Earth Enterprises for my cute little Bilbo Baggins. But Cliff, look at this again. This is rumors, but
Uh-oh.
it sounds
Uh-oh.
strong. You're not gonna believe this, Cliff.
Tell me.
Folks, let's bring it up on screen. The rumors from this week, Minas Tirith 11,000 Lego piece set. No,
Oh gosh.
8,000 pieces.
That's amazing.
We cannot confirm whether 3 cherry tomato Lego pieces will be included, but it is said to include Gandalf figure, King Aragorn, which would be Elisar. Hello. Pippin, Denethor, Faramir, 4 Gondor soldiers, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a Shadowfax. Front of the model is a micro scale depiction of the full city. Rumors are this is going to be retail for around $600 and possibly be out in June of this year. So this is the latest rumors. We have not confirmed it. Lego has not officially announced it. This is all rumors from the Lego scene. Cliff, your thoughts on these the Lego?
I'm close friends with some of the most hardcore Lego maniacs in Southern California, and they're going to go insane for this. They're really going to go nuts for this. I'm excited too, but wow, where are you going to display it in your house?
Tyler's in the chat room says, I have Rivendell, and it's one of my favorite collectibles. I forget how many pieces are in Rivendell, but that was a very wide piece. The Rivendell Lego, I think it was
huge.
pretty wide. It was big and wide. This is going to be super tall. Eravani says, if Lego wants any social media influencers, I would happily pretend to be one. Imran says, if it's micro scale, it'll be like the Harry Potter Hogwarts castle. And how do you
according
do that?
According to Lego's website, it says that this thing is 6,100 and something pieces.
Minas Tirith?
Yeah. No. Sorry. I was talking about Rivendell. The Rivendell was 6,167
So this
pieces.
is bigger. This is bigger and more in depth by 2,000 pieces.
Wow. You know what? The Rivendell piece is gorgeous, though. It is great.
Should we tell everybody?
Tell everybody what?
Guys, we know that you're probably going to watch Lord of the Rings this Christmas, this week with your family.
Yeah,
it's a Christmas tradition. Cliff, why don't you tell them who is on the wall of Minas Tirith?
Me. Sorry. Well, there's a lot of people standing on the wall of Minas Tirith, but I'm there, and that means Lego should contact me to create my own special likeness of my Lego soldier. I was a solder of Gondor.
You're one of the 4 Gondor soldiers. Look, it says 4 Gondor soldiers. Like, you're one of them.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Yes.
You're so funny. All right. I don't think people believe you or believe me. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send you the picture of me. Here it comes. I'm sending you the picture of me on the wall of Minas
Do you
Tirith.
really have this on tap? Like,
Yeah, it's on my
as
phone.
as a party trick?
You kidding? No. Well, I mean, it should be.
So, folks,
Yeah, but there you
if you
go.
want to see Cliff, he is in a brief shot at when the soldiers are all lined up on the walls of Minas Tirith, when
I just
the
sent it to you,
armies of
Justin. You got it.
Gondor and the armies of Mordor are facing each other, and it's before the first not ricochet. What's the first trebuchet?
It's actually in the chapter The Sacrifice of Faramir, and it's at the moment when Faramir and all of his men on horseback are leaving the city. And as they leave the city, Gandalf says, "Your father loves you, Faramir." Pause. He will remember it before the end. Cut to the opening of the gate, the huge front gate on the outer wall of Minas Tirith, and that gate opens up, and lo and behold, they're going out there onto the plains of the Pelennor. You guys is too funny.
That's
And
Cliff
then,
on the right, folks, with a not a gray beard, a brown beard. Clifford of the Brown Beards.
that would be me on the brown. Yeah, that's me on the far right. Yep. But if you want to find me, the next shot actually shows me next to the guy who was playing Irolas. So that character has a name. He is named in the credits. It's Irolas, Irolas. And that's me. He's got the big cape. He's got blonder hair instead of dark brown. He did not have a helmet. And he's wear that black velvet cape. There's me next to Irolas. And you'll see him later on in another shot speaking to Denethor when Faramir's body is being dragged back up to the Citadel. So yeah, that's me. And
Well,
you know,
Cliff,
it'd be nice.
I'm just going
It'd
to
be really
call it
nice
now.
if Lego gave me my own Lego piece. That would be really nice.
You are one of the 4 Gondor soldiers. We're just calling it now, folks.
Yeah.
Put as
That's me.
soon as they do it. Artifact, hey, how's it going? Wait, I just understood the joke of
Hello,
of
Artifact.
the name, the pun. Artifact.
I love Artifact. Oh, it's a great play on words.
It's a great
They're
play
great.
on words. Cliff,
I love Artifact.
one final thing to close it out before Christmas. For what is a lot of people sent this in to us this weekend. I guess the algorithm gods gifted this particular post on Instagram incredible influence and great reach. 50,000 likes,
Wow.
36,000 shares. This random dude, Brewster is alive. I looked him up. He hasn't streamed on Twitch or YouTube in like a year. I guess he just posts TikToks all the time or something. But according to this random dude, major new Lord of the Rings AAA game reportedly positioned as Hogwarts Legacy inspired Middle-earth experience. So that's the latest gossip on the games front.
How cool
according
is
to
that?
this random dude that doesn't even post content every day. I mean, he's got some TikToks, but he posted this and he got 50,000 likes and it went super viral.
Wow.
A lot of people send it to us. According to this random Instagrammer, a major new Lord of the Rings AAA video game is supposed to be like Hogwarts Legacy for Middle Earth. I've been playing Hogwarts Legacy since it's been free on Epic Store last week. It's an incredible game. But Cliff, back to
well, is this the same reporting that we did earlier this year about this
yes.
very big open gaming environment that they're developing? So this is the same news that we've
same
reported
news,
months
but it
ago.
went super
Yeah.
viral. So the question is, Cliff, Hogwarts Legacy is all about being in Hogwarts, and there's a lot of places to walk around Hogwarts because it's a big castle. If there was a game like Hogwarts Legacy, Middle Earth is kind of too big to just be open world. Should a video game be set in Minas Tirith? If you were
Yes.
to make a
Yes.
big AAA video
so
game,
you
should
could
it be-
walk around every single alleyway, every building, investigate the stables, investigate the crypts and the tombs of the kings, to go up to the top to the citadel,
and
all
remember
the way
that-
down to the bottom, all of it.
And remember,
Yeah.
that's where Gandalf goes to the library to research the ring, correct?
Yeah, I want to go into the catacombs underneath Minas Tirith and go into the Library of Scrolls. I want to go there so bad.
So
That'd be so
here's the
amazing.
thing: Hogwarts Legacy. It's not like Morrowind or any of the other open world games where like you go around the entire map. Most of the game is just set in Hogwarts, right? It's a big castle, but it's still Hogwarts. Okay, so let me ask you this, Cliff: a AAA game. Is there enough in Minas Tirith to make a complete gaming experience?
But there's no villains. There's no evil creatures.
There's
So,
Denethor up top. He's a villain.
Yeah, but look, Hogwarts has a giant evil basilisk underneath in the Chamber of Secrets. There are ghosts everywhere. There are booby
There's
traps
ghosts
everywhere.
in Minas
There are
Tirith.
hidden. Not that Tolkien ever mentioned. No, it's not
You don't
like there
think
are.
there's any undead?
It's not the same at all. The analogy falls apart.
Would you
I'm
be
telling
okay with
I'm-
a video game kind of going, maybe not as far as Shadow of Mordor and turning Shelob into a woman,
But
but
if you can't,
would you be okay with the game maybe making
No.
some stuff up?
if you're going to be specifically just in one single place, like the castle of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry,
Yeah.
there's there's a whole bunch of other stuff. There's a forbidden forest next door. There are centaurs in the forest and giants and giant spiders, and there's all kinds of things. Minas Tirith, as an encapsulated little single place, doesn't have a hidden basilisk underneath it, and they don't have giant spiders in the
could.
backwoods.
It could.
In the backwoods.
It
They
could.
don't.
It could.
No.
It could.
No.
Wait,
Not without violating the lore
How
of the
f-
books.
how
Not
far-
without being really wrong in their lore.
wait, how
so-
far away is the King of the Dead?
Oh, maybe 85 miles, 100 miles, maybe 80 miles.
So
away.
it's not like Hogsmeade where it's next door.
No, it's not like Hogsmeade where you're literally within 5 kilometers of the school. No,
what
it's not the
about
same.
what about you have the Pelennor Fields, and then what's the river city that they're defending?
Osgiliath.
What if it's like Gondor and Osgiliath when they're both like at their height, right? And you're just a person making his way up in society, and you can't go to the
Sure.
next level of Gondor
Well,
of Minas
knowing how
Tirith until you earn
video
the
game-
level.
Video games have monster generators, and those places come in at where you have
don't
great
think
evil.
there's monsters in and around like Mordor is attacking Gondor for hundreds of years. Of course the orcs and trolls are going to be looking for ways to get in. Maybe they're burrowing through the mountain, and Gondor closes
maybe.
off the caves where a basilisk. Remember, Peter Jackson introduced the earthworm mechanic. Like maybe that Mordor uses earthworms to tunnel under Minas
Oh
Tirith.
boy. Well, it's a good thing Tolkien never wrote about anything. What you're proposing basically is that the video game designers go as far afield from the books as they want.
No, I'm
and just
saying
make up a bunch of stuff.
I'm saying it's logistically possible that Mordor was constantly looking for
Well,
ways to get into
you are-
Gondor. And
you are getting
and-
a lot better with your guess when you go all the way to the river, Anduin, and when you go to the ruins of Osgiliath. Because the ruins of Osgiliath had been abandoned and then reclaimed later by Boromir. And so, yeah, there
that's a whole
might
thing,
be a lot
right?
more.
That's in
And
the
what you
extended
can- if you
editions when
include-
Boromir reclaims.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you include more than just being stuck within the city walls of Minas Tirith, and if you go as far as Ithilien, and Ithilien was the land right on the other side of the river, on the east side of the river. So
I'm
yeah,
just
if you
saying-
include that,
look,
then yeah.
I'm just saying it is plausible in a video game context if a young whippersnapper like you, the player, discovers some secret tunnels being dug under Minas Tirith,
Maybe.
and you alert the authorities, and they discover that orcs and people of Mordor have been digging for years and years and years to try to get a back door, and because of you, they discover it, they shut it down, they close the tunnels, and you save Minas Tirith. And it would also explain why, when Mordor does its final advance against Gondor in Return of the King, why do they try to go through the front door? How do they know to bring Glond? How do they know to have trebuchets that go a certain height? Like, there's a lot of trial and error, I feel, that Mordor attempted, that Gondor lost a lot of men in the hundreds of years of that epic battle before the Great Siege. And so I'm asking you, wouldn't you be okay with the idea of, like, you know, someone discovering secret scout tunnels and shutting it down, and that's the game?
Yeah, that'd be cool. That would be totally badass.
Okay, so you're on board with this.
Well, yeah. Well, it's great that you expanded beyond your original proposed idea. So yes, I'm with you on that.
All right. Well, that's all we got for today. Again, just old rumors coming back up, whatever. But we want to thank our friends at Fathom Events for hooking us up with a bunch of tickets. Again, thank you to all the winners. I'll be texting you with further details on how to redeem the tickets. And the movie is all three movies are in theaters in a few weeks' time. I can't believe we're already in 2026. Cliff, we haven't discussed this yet. Are we doing a show next week for end of year, New Year's, or what do you want to do?
I think we should. Shouldn't we?
Yeah,
because
guys,
next Tuesday is the 30th, right?
Well, if we do a show, will you guys show up in the chat room?
Oh, I'm so down. Yeah. I'm ready to do an end of year recap.
Oh, yeah.
On
There's
December
so
30th.
much that happened this year.
There's a lot. We should do a full year-end recap. It will be your Spotify wrapped, even though we're not using Spotify at all.
When is the toast
We're all
to Tolkien?
boycotting Spotify. What's that again?
No,
Sorry?
we're not. When is the toast
we
to
are.
Tolkien?
Oh, and the toast is on January 3rd.
So that's
the birthday toast
Saturday
is on
right?
January 3rd.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That would be on Saturday. All right. So we'll be here next Tuesday then, December 30th. We'll be here next Tuesday for a year in review. You guys have the hotline number, so you can text me your favorite memories from this year. Maybe you remember some episodes that you had a good laugh, maybe at one of our expenses. I don't know. The year in review next Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific. We went extra long this year because it's Christmas and we had gifts to give away. So thank you to our friends at Middle Earth Enterprises for bringing back the Rankin and Bass Bilbo. And I'm sure we'll talk about Comic-Con next year, but thank you for this gift. That's so wonderful. And it included a map. A map of Middle Earth is just so wonderful. Thanks to our friends at Prime Video for letting the leaks happen and for casting Jamie Campbell Bower. I'm thankful that Jamie Campbell Bower is involved and in Rings of Power. I think that's the star power that the show needs. So that's what I'm thankful for. Cliff, tomorrow's Christmas Eve. What are you thankful for? And take us out.
This whole year, I am totally thankful for just having my friends live through their health problems and their open heart surgeries and their problems, because I don't think I would be here without my wonderful chosen family and my friends here in Los Angeles. So I am most grateful for my closest friends getting their health back. And me too. I'm glad I got my health back because last year was a bit scary, and I'm doing great. So I'm most grateful for health and longevity and the wonderful people that I have in my life, including you, Justin, because you are amazing. In response to the people in the YouTube chat, they were asking, hey, where is the Tolkien toast? But everybody in Southern California and Los Angeles, we're having our gathering not at Scum and Villainy on January 3rd, but the Tolkien birthday toast will be at the Cat and Fiddle. Look it up. The Cat and Fiddle restaurant on Highland Avenue. So that's where we will be on Saturday, January 3rd. We will talk more about that next Tuesday on our year-end wrap-up. And yes, we are boycotting Spotify for many, many reasons, because they underpay their musicians and their artists, and because a lot of other things too. There is a lot to be thankful for, and I know we all count our blessings before we count any of our other misfortunes, and that's just how we are. I think Tolkien taught me how to do that, that very hobbity sensibility of being aware of the good things and the blessings that you have. So I'm so glad to have you with us, folks. Merry Christmas. Many blessings for you for Happy Hanukkah. Kwanzaa, I think, is a few days away. And so we have great holidays here at the end of the year. Happy winter solstice. The days are going to be getting longer. And for those of us here in the Northern Hemisphere, the sunshine can only get brighter. Lots of love to all of you folks. Thank you for joining us again for Torn Tuesday. If you want to follow us, we are on our main website. Point your web browser to theonering.net and see our lead stories and our feature articles all right there. If you follow us on social media, take out the dot, and it's the One Ring Net. All the way down to our Discord server, and of course on Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, everywhere in between. Personally, I, Clifford Broadway, can be found at QuickBeam2000 on IG and on Blue Sky. So one thing we should do, get out your copy of J.R.R. Tolkien's The Father Christmas Letters. Get your copy off your bookshelf. It's Christmas Eve tomorrow, so you guys read your copy of The Father Christmas Letters. It is the best thing. It is the tonic that will heal you, and it will make your Christmas so much more bright and cheerful and beautiful. And thank you, Professor Tolkien, as always, for everything. Good night, wonderful people, and good luck, or as I like to say at the end of every show, Buenos noches y buena suerte. Bye-bye, everybody. Lots of love to you. Merry Christmas.